Uganda currently is one of the largest refugees hosting country in Africa with 1.66 million refugees. It is on this ground that the Japanese government has revealed another commitment of $4.3 million to support the refugees as well as vulnerable population in Karamaja.
Proud to announce another 4.3 million contribution from my government for this supplementary budget year. I thank you for Susan Ugongi Namon, country representative of UNRCO here.
Addressing the media today, the Minister of State for Relief, Disaster Preparedness and Refugees, Honorable Lilian Abar, on behalf of the government of Uganda, appreciated the German government through the ambassador of Japan in Uganda for the unwavering support towards the welfare of refugees and the vulnerable groups in the country.
Now, from 2020 to date, Japan's support to World Food Program stands at approximately US dollars 11.4 million, and that is worth appreciating. And also 2.9 million in 2024 alone, and this has helped our department, especially for refugees, to achieve a lot in ensuring that we give adequate support to our people. Other contributions include 2,000 metric tons of rice donated in February 2024, and that is worth 300 million Japanese yen, and approximately 8.5 billion Ugandan shillings to provide hot meals to about 50,000 refugees.
Honorable Lilian added that Japan funding will help to alleviate the food needs of refugees, support sexual and reproductive health for the women and girls in refugee settlements, and enable United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees support various services to the refugees.
The requirements on how we can support the refugees. As you know, the resources of government is always limited, and therefore, when we have support from government of Japan, from many stakeholders, it makes our work very easy. The government of Uganda has been very committed into supporting the hosting of refugees.
Matthew Crestil, United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees representative in Uganda, revealed that 846 million was required last year for the entire refugee response, but less was acquired, which called for more resources to support.
We received 35% of this, amounting to $294.3 million US dollars. The year before, we received nearly 420 million for the refugee response. So donors are it's not just lip service, but they are also contributing.
Susan Namondo, the UN resident coordinator, noted that another objective of assistance has been provided to overcome vulnerability of the global food system caused by main Ukraine situation lasting.
Comprehensive refugee response framework in Uganda, a whole of society approach under the government of Uganda's leadership, which rallies support from a wide range of stakeholders, including UN agencies, international financial institutions, development and humanitarian partners, and the private sector.
The country director for World Food Program expounded about the status of reduced food rations.
But that's why continuously we are mobilizing and advocating more resources, because reducing ration is not what we are supposed to be giving them, but because of the lack of resources. And unfortunately, the refugees are getting the least rations in the region. Your refugees in Uganda are getting the least ration. That's why it is important that together we have to mobilize resources.
Since the beginning of this year, Uganda has received over 30,000 refugees, mainly from Khartoum, DRC, among other neighboring countries.